What's going on, YouTube? So I'm making this video on how I personally lost basically 80 pounds, 90 pounds from my highest weight to 68 roughly. 174 now. Surprisingly, I didn't think I'd be under 225, but here we are. So what I'm currently doing is I wake up at 5 a.m. When I wake up, get straight out of bed, and I do push-ups. I do 300 push-ups, 3 sets of 100. I have 4 minutes in between each set of 100. Now, I stay up. I don't fall asleep. Most of the time, I'm either playing Sudoku, however it's pronounced. Everybody will let me know in the comments, I guess. But I do that, just brain activities. Sometimes I just write. Basically, I just lay down until it's time for me to get up. I eat breakfast or start breakfast at 6:30 in the morning, and I eat 2.5 ounces of spinach. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I eat the spinach raw. I don't blend it or anything. I don't cook it. I eat it basically just after I rinse off the spinach. I eat that and a cup of unsweetened applesauce. Then at 11, I have a snack. It's not much of a snack, but I eat a cup of unsweetened applesauce and a cup of pears and 1.5 ounces of spinach. Then at 1 p.m., I have my lunch. Now, the lunch consists of half a measuring cup of whatever the entree portion of the meal is, and also half a measuring cup of the vegetation, any vegetables I have as the side. Then I get off of work at 4, so my dinner is kind of around 5, 6, depends on whatever I'm cooking is what dinner is. It's the same as lunch, basically a half a measuring cup of the entree and half a measuring cup of the vegetables. Now, right after work, before I actually eat dinner, sometimes I allow myself to have a snack again, but this one isn't a healthy snack. It's just chips. I choose to have kettle cooked chips. I prefer jalapeno kettle cooked chips. Now, every bag of chips, portion size, on the back of it, you'll see that it shows 28 grams to their roughly 150 calorie count. I do weigh the chips. I don't count the chips, because if you try to count the chips, they're all different sizes. It's not consistent enough. So I use a scale and measure out between 20 to 25 grams of chips. Now, I just said 28. That's what it says on the back of the bags, on the nutrition label. But I choose to do less than, just because it's another precaution on keeping a healthy track, because the big portion of this is the consistency. Now, after dinner, I allow myself to have dessert, but I don't go crazy. What it is essentially is whatever I baked for the week, and I have what a portion of what I made is. Sometimes less than a portion. I don't need too much. I just need something sweet, something to wet my beak a little bit. But let's say if it's store-bought ice cream, sometimes I get pints of ice cream from the store, and I don't use a scoop to scoop out big portions of ice cream. I take a tablespoon, I just go in, I basically scrape until the tablespoon is full, and eat about, if it's just ice cream, 3 or 4 spoons. That's it. I don't try to lob it a big amount. Like I said, I scrape along. This is kind of to keep me from getting too much unnecessary sugar in my body, but also still allow myself to have something sweet consistently. So, yeah, and that follows immediately after dinner. So I'm basically done eating around that 6 o'clock time period. The rest of the day, I don't allow myself to eat. The biggest portion of my diet is water, and has been for years. Currently, I drink roughly 15 ounces of water every hour, starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. Around 6, I'll start to just chug water, and then I stop. And then at 7:30, I chug another 15 ounces roughly of water, and I stop. This is because I go to sleep early, and to keep from having to get up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom, I learned that for myself, if I stop at 7:30, then that mitigates that issue.